Hey everybody, how's it going?
Hello.
Yay! Welcome back to Thursday evening. We are here at the SpaceApe office, SpaceApe studio. We are still in our swanky new setup until they decide to kick us out of here. This is where we're going to stream from, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
What's that?
This is the most excited I've ever been.
Yeah, right? So I'm Deborah. We've got Steven.
Alex.
And Tony. Where's Andrew?
Andrew is in China.
Ooh.
Now, I remember we said that we're going to make Andrew stream from China, but he's been incommunicado since he left, so I don't think that's going to work out, unfortunately. But he will be back. When's he back, Tony? I have no idea, actually.
Next week.
Yeah.
Next Monday.
Already?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's a short trip. All right, so next week you'll get Andrew back as well. So today we are going to talk about some defensive buffs, which
Yeah.
Alex is excited about talking to you guys about. We are also going to do a little review of Valora because she's coming out next week, I believe. She's in...
I think it is at J-Link next week and then Valoria afterwards.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Sorry, it's J-Link next week, then Valora the week following. So we're going to do a little sort of review of both of
J-Link's
those
this week.
agents.
Jelly is next week. Yeah.
This week or next week?
Yeah, this is December.
This week. And
This
next.
This week. This week is J-Link.
This week is Jay.
Yeah, this week is Jay. Next week is Vicky. So we're going to do a little recap of those and talk about the event associated with said agents as well. And then we are going to have Adam. He is a designer on Transformers. He's going to join us here around 7:30 to take your questions on hashtag cooldowns. I know I've seen a couple of those things. And also talk about alliances, and the changes that are coming to that. Do a pretty badass Grimlock impression. He's really good at that. And we also had some really, really cool fan art sent in for Transformers that we're going to show from Exceed. So, we got lots to go through. It's cool stuff.
Yeah.
So, first off, maybe we want to do a little recap of this weekend. Or not recap of this weekend, but what would you call it? A preview. Preview of this weekend?
Are you not switching the thing?
Yeah, I will. First I'm going to give you this, and then I'm going to switch it.
Okay.
So yeah, Steven's going to run you through this weekend's event, which is another kind of unique one, isn't it?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Alright, this weekend's event. It will be an individual event, no leaderboard. And I think most people in the chat knows because you guys get a newsletter. And the prize, 600 point, get J-Link. What's so special about him is Alex said it before that he's only one with 4 spells, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only one in Rival Kingdom. Only Ancient have 4 spells. And and then we'll put some Mithril shots in as well. And we do have. Oh, this is wrong. This is the old version. But the 1400 one is Mithril. It's not in Mithril shots anymore. And at the top of the prize of leaderboard is his evolution material. Ascension material to get him to rare. And there will be some very special things beside the event for this weekend. So a lot of players requested, and we're doing it. We can't tell you what yet, but you will find out when you come on this weekend and play the event.
Also, someone out in the chat is correct that Kesha does have 4 spells, but he starts with 4 spells. I guess it's slightly different. But yeah, Kesha can have 4 spells because she gets marksmanship from her Evo.
But Jay, I keep calling him Jay. Jay is like the only one with the positive and negative, right?
Yeah, he's got the he starts with 4 and they kind of synergize together.
Which is pretty unique. Okay, so you guys are having trouble hearing us perchance? No worries. Sound, it's all good. That is this weekend's event. When's it start? When's it end and stuff?
Tomorrow, 11 a.m. GMT.
Because she gets marksmanship.
Whoop, sorry.
Horrible voice.
What's that?
Is like the only one with the
Where is that?
Where's the voice come from?
I don't know. Oh, I know. There we go. Sorry, guys,
Cool.
we were listening to ourselves during that stream. That was awkward.
There you go.
Okay, thanks for the event overview. Shall we chat a little bit about Valora as well? Or Vicky, as we like to call her. What's that? The Vicky Ancient, yeah. Da-da-da.
We got the video for Vicky.
I do.
Oh, exciting.
You should show it.
Yeah, I know, we will. But I thought maybe you guys wanted to chat about her a little bit first.
Sure.
And then, and then we'll show the video. Oh, we don't even have her in here, actually. Aha! So we are going to show the video. That makes more
You
sense.
need to show her first.
What's that?
You need to show the video first.
Yeah. All right. For those of you guys who have not seen it, we did a little preview of Valora with Vicky, who is our lead artist on the game. And basically the Ancient was inspired by her.
Oh,
And-
inspired by. She put herself in the game.
It's-
Same thing, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing, right? Okay. We will be right back after this, so enjoy. Hey guys, welcome back to another Ancient preview, but with a twist because we've actually got the real life inspiration here. It's Vicky.
Hello, Vicky.
Let's take a look at your Ancient.
As Valora, I encountered a large cat statue in a ruin, and I got attacked by it, and it crawled my leg, and I have a pretty big cut, and I thought I was gonna die, but turns out it gave me some super ancient cat-like powers, and it gave me tails and ears and claws, and I became this super awesome cat assassin. So I fought with Nerf, which is a mother of the family of gods, and I used my superpower to get the Ruin army to take over her, and then she killed her own family, except Nagti, but I can't let him get away, so I vow to finish my job and hunt him down.
That was a pretty good description of the backstory. So why do you think the team actually chose to make you this Ancient?
Well, so I have a pretty bad reputation in the way I treat my colleagues. I always make fun of them and be pretty mean to
It's
them.
pretty scary.
Yeah, so they thought it would be funny to put me in a game and call me cold-blooded and backstabbing. And since I like cats so much, as you can see, I am this cat assassin that you see today.
Yeah, pretty cool. Shall we take a look at your abilities?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
Valora's first ability is Mark.
When cast, it marks a building, causing nearby allied units to prioritize it for 6 seconds. Marked targets also take double damage from Valora's Assassinate ability. We'll get to that in just a second. Here you can see all the troops switching to attack the marked building. As well as directing your troops and empowering other abilities, this ability can also be used as a cheap way to rally any stray troops back into your main army.
Next up, Shroud.
This ability stops defenses from targeting selected troops for 4.5 seconds, and after the effect ends, they regain health. Note though, troops can still be damaged by attacks in flight or aimed at others. You can see here that the defenses have stopped targeting Valora's troops. While a common use is to blanket as many of your troops as possible, you can strategically miss some of your own troops to lock defenses into attacking beefy units such as Maulers.
My third ability is Assassinate.
Assassinate deals a load of damage to a single building, and as I mentioned, is doubled if the building is afflicted by Mark. And if this damage destroys a mana-producing target, it awards a bonus 3 mana. Here you can see the building falling to Assassinate. The combo of Mark and Assassinate together causes some of the highest instant single target damage in the game.
So stay tuned to our in-game news feeds and our first day live streams.
That's right, and you can actually go back and check out last week's live stream because Vicky was actually on it, along with our concept artist Martin.
Okay, bye guys.
See you guys later. Okay, and we're back. And we've actually got Valora now, and Alex is going to chat a little bit about her. And yes, we've already put this video up, but we thought it was, thematically appropriate because she is actually coming out soon. We sort of did this video way in advance, and this is like a little refresher to get you excited for her.
Sure. So
Yeah.
she's kind of similar to Admiral Lee and Hojin in that she has a big single target nuke ability, which gives you mana back if you destroy stuff, or a buff if you destroy stuff in Hojin's case. And She also can combo with her mark to give her the highest like single target damage nuke in the game. So if you ever really want to get rid of a tower, for example Flare Tower, you might want to use mark and assassinate in conjunction. And then she's got Shroud, which you've seen on Daji before, and it's a very powerful spell. So she's a pretty strong ancient, and Stephen will be able to loudly tell you about her event.
She's coming next week. Stay tuned. Can't tell you more.
So yeah, next week, stay tuned.
Yeah,
for
we'll
Valora.
chat about the event for Valora next week for sure. And tons of people are asking about the buffs. They are curious about the buffs.
Okay. Okay.
Do you think it's
Um,
time? You want to tell them about the
Do we
buffs?
have? Is there Mythra on this account? I can open a little. No, this hasn't got the upgrade stuff on it. Oh well. So the problem right now is mana hunters, and really easy to spam ancients that synergize well with mana hunters. So Golgog and Zilla and anyone who, pretty much everyone is going to be strong with infinite mana, but particularly these ancients because they've got refreshes and stuff like that. So the two, we know if we just change mana hunters, we're going to get quite a big back. So we're trying to be a bit more tactful and give you defensive options to defend against it. And so we're thinking about buffing the mithril defenses on the Skywatchers. So at the moment, pretty much everyone goes for cripple because it lowers attack damage of aerial units. It's probably the best defense you've got against Skywatchers as it stands. We're going to buff the reinforced one. So with reinforced, your tower, in addition to taking half damage from air, it will now the tower immune to like disables. So if they've got a Zilla, they can't stone gaze your Skywatcher and just run over it with manhunters. They'll get shot down. And the other one we're buffing is Dragon, which makes it target the dragon over all other aerial units. And if you've got that mithril upgrade, it will increase the range. So that's good against the dragon. It's also against aerial units in general because they'll be in range. So it's kind of we're kind of buffing Skywatcher to try and offset the Manhunter menace, so about just going in and just like channel offline, great. Are we offline?
Yeah, I got off on
Yeah.
message.
Offline?
Oh, it's
We're still on
doing it.
YouTube, right? So I
Yeah.
should carry on talking.
Which version?
We're down on Twitch.
For all you YouTube people out there, yeah, thanks for sticking with us. We're gonna try to recap.
We love you more, but we're hoping to get back onto Twitch.
Yeah, so just give us a second whilst we try to.
Alex, do you want to show it?
I don't know. It'll just be some text on the screen, right? I can bring it
I
up.
should probably do it because the stream dropped out, so you probably just want to replay through it.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Which
replays that
version
one.
would you like to
Oh, I don't know. It's on the Smeagol, right? So that sounds a bit cryptic to our YouTube followers.
What's that?
Yeah, just put
Name
it
of
on
our
the,
sprint.
put the mithril on the account. There's the space APU.
How far did they get through my?
Let's see. Let's refresh you. See if it doesn't. What's that?
Everyone's laying down.
Any more?
I don't know. It's just not doing it anymore.
Oh no.
I don't know.
I don't want to use my.
I need to start buff explanation over.
One sec. I gotta tell you.
They're blaming the Mana Hunters for taking the stream down.
Are they? I think it's the internet.
Are you sure it's internet? No, no,
Oh,
no.
no.
But
I'm back.
YouTube's working, right?
Yeah, it was, but I can't seem to type there anymore.
Are you back? Are you back in yours?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
We're back. Oh,
Oh,
no, it's working ad now. Okay, but yeah.
what?
Hello? Are you back?
Okay, I think we are.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I think we're back.
Sorry about that. Backstack says the Mana Hunters took the stream down, which amused me greatly. So I don't know how far I got. When did we get cut
Oh, it's
out?
crapping out again. I don't
Oh.
know.
Oh no.
I see live still.
Oh, it's our internet, right?
Yeah, it must be.
Okay.
It's, I don't know if it's maybe because we've all got
It's back
our
up.
Yeah.
got
maybe-
our things.
Which,
No, some of
connected.
us can see us.
so
What's
I'm,
that?
I'm only looking at the chat. I haven't got the stream open.
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay.
Okay.
I think they hear us now.
It seems to be a bit more stable.
Buff start over.
Buff
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
everyone's saying start over. So just start over, Alex.
Okay, so we didn't want to impact other players who like upgraded all their mana hunters just by nerfing mana hunters. So we're trying to be a bit more indirect, and we're buffing defenses in response rather than nerfing offense. We're going to buff the Skywatcher Mithril, so the reinforced tower. Oh, it's here. If we can bring it up without knocking the stream down.
Yeah.
So the reinforced Mithril upgrade will now make your tower immune to magic disables, like full disables. So if we can get it onto the
Yeah, it's on.
okay, cool. So you can see here, like reinforced, it now makes it so like freezes and petrifies and stuff like that will not work on the tower once you upgrade it with reinforced. So if they're using Zilla and Mana Hunters and they're just using the Mana Hunters to recast Stone Gaze over and over, the Mana Hunters are still going to get shot down because your Skywatcher is immune to disables. Similarly with like we buffed Dragon, which makes your it target dragons, but it's still better for like general anti-air because it has an increased range now. So even if the dragon isn't ranged, then you've got extra, you know, you can still shoot more stuff. But the dragon might be brought in to tank it, I guess is the offset. But then the dragon dies, so it's not much of an offset. So that's what we're looking at to kind of calm the Mana Hunter woes without just gutting Mana Hunters. We're going to keep an eye on it, as we always do, and there might be more buffs coming in the future, but this is what we're going with right now. We know it's a problem, and we don't want to see just all one unit type attacking a base. That is a problem. If you have a level 5 Skywatch, you might want to upgrade it. Sorry, I was distracted by chat. The other thing we're going to change is flare towers are getting a lot stronger. But, well, be careful. So flare towers used to be the anti-spam tower. So you would upgrade your flare tower, and it would stop people just like spamming spells over and over and over again. And yeah, so this is like the Golgog problem.
They just
so-
said, what about the Golgog problem? Good
So-
timing, Alex.
So now it dispels stuff. So if you it hits a bunch of troops, it's going to remove any buffs that are on top of them. And also, when the spells you cast, the amount of mana you spend determines how many stacks there are. And if it goes full stacks, it becomes immune to disables, as you can read on the screen. But it basically means it's a lot more effective against people who are just spamming spells repeatedly. And it's quite good against Golgog, just because he's going to charge it to max anyway. It's also good against people who just use like level 3s and stuff like that as well. But currently it's meant to be the ultimate tower, and it's not the ultimate tower. Also now it's AoE and it doesn't chain, so it hit everybody in the group. So Flare Tower's a lot stronger, Skywatch's a lot stronger. It is true we could have just nerfed the birds, but generally that doesn't go down very well when we just nerf stuff. So we're looking to buff other stuff instead.
Nerf the birds.
Or everyone will just send me death threats again, and that's not very nice.
No, that is not very nice. Don't do that, guys.
Yeah, so that's our kind of...
Dizzy Dot is asking a question. Unless you put Mithril on your Skywatchers, you will still have no defense against the swarms of Mana Hunters, aka birds, because I already have Mithril on my Skywatchers.
So these are like bonuses to the existing Mithril stuff. If you don't have any Mithril on your Skywatcher, I mean the late game birds are the ones that are a problem. The ones that are in the like last 2 levels of the blacksmith. So around those levels you should be getting Mithril anyway. And if you do like a daily campaign, like 3 daily campaigns, and the alchemy will probably get you a Mithril. So you can stick that into your Skywatcher and you should be golden.
And Christopher is asking, will this buff make Mana Hunters not useful for troop compositions that only have a few birds?
I don't think so. So the thing with like lots of Mana Hunters, they just kind of spread out across the entire base and they just fly over lots of stuff. I think if they're combined with existing troops, they tend to move with the Horde, who are also going to be taking down like the Skywatcher as it goes across. But again, this is something we're going to watch. We don't want you to have no Mana Hunters, but we don't want you to have 8 Mana Hunters, because that's a bit silly. So we will see what happens.
And when's this When's this change coming? Brilliant. 12B is asking.
That is a good question. I don't know the answer to.
Okay.
It's
We're looking around probably mid March if everything goes well.
okay, mid-March.
Okay, cool. Someone's asking, how do I sign up for a newsletter about events? We don't actually have a newsletter that goes to everybody about events, but we do have news feeds in
Yeah, we
game.
do have newsfeed in game.
Yeah, where we basically update you on the events that are coming up, and also the streams. So every Thursday evening, we chat about the events that are coming up on the weekend, and sometimes, you know, like a week in advance, we'll give you like little sort of tidbits about the events that are coming up the next week. So that is your best bet for information, is the news feeds and the streams.
Wikis.
Yeah.
Wiki, apparently.
Wiki.
That's true. You can check the wiki as well. I prefer you guys come hang with us, but yeah, you can check the wiki.
To answer one of the so one of the questions that we've in the chat is why we don't have Mithril in the daily chest anymore.
Mhm.
And the answer is that it was too random, and a lot of people were complaining about the randomness of getting Mithril in the daily campaign chest. So when we made it into shards instead, you're guaranteed to get between 9 and 14 shards every time you play the daily campaign, and it works out like pretty much the same chance, only now it's consistent. So you're always after X battles, X clears of the daily campaign, get the Mithril, whereas before you were completely relying on random chance, and you guys didn't like that because it was rub. So we've fixed that by putting it into alchemy, and as we move forward there'll be more recipes in the alchemy, including a repeatable one, so you'll always be able to do the loop of daily campaign, Mithril, rather than just hoping you get it from the chest.
Have you already chatted about Mithril Hammer?
Mithril Hammer?
Yeah. Are
What
we
about
getting
Mithril?
Mithril Hammer for the change coming? Sorry, like getting hammered with Mithril. For the change coming to redo our choices.
I'm not sure how that's going to work.
We did release Mithril Hammer
No.
in the event.
They mean, are they going to get one for the Skywatcher change? Which I think we'll probably decide with the community team before we
Yeah.
put these changes live. I personally don't know. I'm a humble designer. We'll see.
Cool. I'm just trying to catch up with the questions. Oh
So much to see them.
yeah, someone wants to see the Skywatcher again, so they can see the new Mithril ability. And that's not someone. That's the Cat King. How's it going? And Lana backward. Lana backward. Yeah, I was like trying to figure out the names. Did you already talk about the Flare Tower dispels? Sorry, sometimes I lose track of what you're saying when
Yeah.
I'm reading their
Yeah.
questions. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna hop over to the YouTube.
YouTube's.
Stevie Bling's asking, how many Mithril can we make in total alchemy?
At the moment, I think we can make 4 or 5. 5. But that's just like the starting alchemy lab. We're adding like lots more stuff to the alchemy lab as we go forwards,
Including more Mithril.
including more Mithril. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And I'll back together. So it is almost 7:30, and we have another gentleman on standby. Woo-hoo. Yeah, I know some of you guys are asking about cooldowns and some other stuff. So Adam, he is a designer on Transformers Earth Wars. He's going to step in a sec and do his amazing Grimlock impression for you, and also update you on a few things about the game, and probably even do sort of a intro for some of you who don't really know the game yet, because not all of you can play it yet. So we're going to come back to RK as well, so don't go away. But we like to sort of give everybody a chance to ask their questions. So yeah, if you want to come on in, Adam, you don't have to get out. I always
Adam
like
is
the awkward
usually right in the
squish.
middle. You can-
I'm a
this is
fan
your
of the
seat.
awkward squish. No, you can sit. Look, me and Steven are so skinny, you can fit.
Stephen just doesn't want to be on stream, I think.
I know, Steven's always looking for ways
Getting
to get
out.
off the stream, but I never
Right.
let him. See? Aha, there we go. So yeah, this is Adam.
Hello.
You probably actually saw, was it last week we showed him doing one of those fancy Transformer box animations, you know, where you were like, yeah, exactly.
Do you
So
wanna
yeah,
drop the
what's that? Yes, I will change it up. Now you can see him in
HD.
big. Yeah, in HD. I don't know if it's HD, but it's actually supposed to be. But sometimes it doesn't feel that way. Anyways, yeah. So like I said, there's Adam. He works on Transformers. We're gonna take a few Transformers questions from you guys because I know some of you had them. Some of you were keen on cooldowns and that kind of thing. And Adam's gonna talk a bit about Alliance changes that are coming up.
Correct. Yeah, we've got things coming and big changes. Most of them are really exciting. There's stuff happening around classes as well, which Deborah doesn't even know about.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll be looking into changing some of the classes, especially scouts, but I can't tell more about that. But we're actively looking into the gameplay as well as in the features like alliances and troop timers and things like that. So when it comes to alliances, these are changing, these are evolving, and that will be happening in the next couple of weeks. It's already in development. And I think one of the most important the important point is we are making alliances quite easy to get into, easy to interact with. We're moving projects just so you don't have to care about that. You care only about your characters and about the wars that you're going to take part in. And the alliance wars are changing themselves as well. So basically, instead of having this week-long war, you have every day you roll into a battle and you fight 1v1 against another alliance, and the alliance that is victorious gets a point, and you accumulate these points to basically advance in the leagues, and there's multiple leagues that you can advance through. So it's a bit more accessible, a bit more streamlined, and focused around it, like each and every battle being meaningful and being a battle for something. So that's our approach to alliances in Transformers. And the scoring system is quite interesting as well. So basically, if you manage to win on your first try, you get many more points than if you were to take 3 attempts to destroy a base. So that's quite interesting, and we want to see how that works out with our players.
Makes sense. And so right now, people in Australia and New Zealand are able to download the game.
Correct. Australia, New Zealand, and more coming soon.
Yes. And if you guys want to get ready for it, we are going to give you the pre-reg site, so you guys can basically go and sign up. We're also looking for streamers and YouTubers to get involved with the game, not just Transformers, but Rival Kings as well. So if you guys are, into making content, if you're into chatting about the game, chatting with each other, which streams are really good for, then just pop an email to live@spacesafegames.com because we want to include you guys and start getting in on the game and stuff.
Pre-reg now, so you can be the first player to play in your territory.
Yes. Can you chat a bit about cooldowns?
Cooldowns, yes. There is a lot of motion around cooldowns, and some players feel like it's our attempt to make sure they spend cyber coins and they can't play too much and stuff like that. But to be fair, it's really not about that. We don't really look at troop cooldowns as a way to get coins from people. Not at all. Basically, what happens is actually the retention for players who have cooldowns is much higher than the ones who don't. And the reason for that is basically we want to encourage players to rethink and Yep.
It's down.
It's down.
Twitch is having issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw those. YouTube is still on, so you can chat to those guys.